this is Tracey from Mindless Crafting, and today we're going to be making this adorable accordion pocket envelope. It's so easy to make, so let's get started. Okay, so here's what you'll need. You're going to need a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. Just need one sheet, unless you're going to make several of them. You'll also need 3 envelopes. So I have 3 envelopes here. All right. And the envelope size is going to be different from a regular envelope. So this is slightly smaller than a normal envelope that I would put a card in. So this one is 3 5/8 by 6 3/8. So let's go ahead and let me show you what this looks like. How adorable is this pocket? Okay, using those envelopes. We all have envelopes. I know some of you can recycle envelopes, and depending on what you want to do, as far as the measurements, it's going to depend on the envelope. So we're going to have to fit it to size. You're also going to need either a scoring tool, but there's a way to do this without having a scoring tool. I actually realized that after doing a couple of these. And I mean, these are super fun. You can use it to put tea bags in, and I'm going to show you the one that our crafty friend Karen Reed came up with. And she was saying that, what about cutting the envelopes in half? So let's go ahead and do this one first, and then I'll show you that other one. You're going to need something to close it up with. So these Velcro tabs to me are a little bit too strong, but if you don't close them too hard, like really press on it, it'll be okay. If you press on it, it's pretty hard to unfasten. Okay, so you want to make sure that you do that. But look how cute this is. You're going to need something to round the edges. And then you're going to need some type of ribbon if you want to decorate the outside. I had paper left over, and so to give it dimension, all I did was fussy cut my little flowers and layered this. And if you notice, you probably didn't notice this, but this is upside down here. So you just got to be aware of that depending on what kind of pattern paper you use. But how adorable is this? I took another part of that paper and I just kind of stuck something on there. But you can get really fancy with this. I used my flat back gems. And how cute. You can fill it with ephemera. Someone said you can fill it with coupons. You can do a like money saving for like a vacation, right? And just kind of have little, a bunch of envelopes for different things, groceries. Maybe even put tabs inside. Somebody suggested maybe putting some tabs in here. You probably have to resize it a little bit so the tabs stick straight up, but that would be a great idea. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is size your envelope, right? So we have 3 envelopes here. And I think you can get, once you find out how to do the basics, then you can do the other stuff. Do the basic one first, then start doing the other stuff, like maybe incorporating 5 envelopes, 10 envelopes. Who knows how big this can be? Okay, so what you're going to do is I'm going to size it. I'm going to cut my paper this way, and all I'm doing to measure is I want to measure it the size of my envelope, right? Or even a little bit. I want to leave a little bit of room on the edges of my envelope. So all I'm going to do is take this and cut it just a little bit larger than my envelope. Just a little bit. So this is how I'm doing my measurement, right? It's not like right on the envelope. It's a little bit bigger. And if I want to cut it down a little more, I can. So that's going to be up to you. Okay. So we don't need this one, but we need this one for right now. And how adorable is this paper going to be? I've been just looking through all my 12 by 12, so I'm not sure what paper pack this came from, but it's so pretty and I have to use it. And look at the other side. Just as beautiful. Okay, so let's put this aside for a moment. Actually, we're going to turn it this way. No, we're going to turn it this way. And now we're going to do some scoring. And you don't have to do this if you don't want to do the scoring and stuff. So you're going to place the envelope this way, right? And you want to leave a little bit of room, just a little bit of room in between the envelope. Do you get what I'm saying? You want to leave a little bit of room when you're scoring. Don't score right at the envelope, right? Score a little bit above, just maybe like an 1/8 of an inch. So I have this, I'm leaving a little bit of room here too. And I might end up cutting that down, not sure yet. We'll see. So I'm going to go here. This is like my second time doing this. So we're going to go right here. It's at 5/8. We're going to go to 3/4, 3 3/4. So we're going to do a score right here. And you'll see why you don't want to be right on the envelope. Let's see. Okay, just leaving a little bit of room there. And you probably can't see this yet where I scored. Scored right there. And then you're also going to score like right next to that, just to give it a little bit more wiggle room. Or what's called a gusset. Yeah, I learned a new crafty word, right? So we went to 3/4 and then just a little bit more. We did 3 3/4 and 3 7/8. I'm going to move it over just a little bit more. All right, I'm going to put it right here. So we just went over about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go from 3/4, 3 3/4 to 4 inches, right? Okay, that makes sense. Now I'm going to take this, and I'm going to move it over. Okay, so let's see. Let me just make sure again. Right here. So we went to 3 and it was at 3 5/8, right? So let's move this over now again. And I got to look and see my line here. This paper, you can't really see the line, but I'll get it right. Right here. And we are going to go ahead and score it again. What I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go ahead and fold it. So depending on what paper, you'll be able to see really good. Let's see. Yep, and I'm going to fold it right here. So we have a little gusset. I want you to see this before I go on to the next part. That will be the bottom part of your envelope. And right here also. So this is what you're going to have. Can you see that? You couldn't see it like down there, but this is what you're going to have, right? And this is going to be the top part, right? So I need another little gusset up here just to give it some room, right? Just to give it some wiggle room. So I could actually, if I wanted to make it easier, I can just line up my gusset right there. And then I can score it a little bit above this edge right here to make it easier. Got right here. I'm going to score just a small bit, like 1/8 of an inch. And then I'm going to just do 1/4 of an inch here. And then you'll have another little gusset right at the top. So I'm just trying to make this simple enough so you can do this too. Okay, so let's go ahead and fold that. On that one and fold on the other one. Let me go ahead and make my crease really good. once you know how to make this, it's just like, you'll come up with all kinds of little techniques. So you see that right there? Those two. This is what it should look like. Right? And so this part here is going to be that flap over part. So this is up to you. You can have it come all the way down here if you want, or you can have it start right here. So it's up to you. You can cut it as short as you want. Now for me, I'm going to cut a little bit off of there because I don't want as much. I kind of want to show that bottom part there with the flower when it does fold over. So I'm going to cut a little bit off of that top part. And you can use your scissor to do this if you're comfortable with cutting with your scissor. So this is what I have. You see, I wanted that flower to still show. So look how cute that is. And then I still have that flap over piece. Are you still with me? Okay, let's do the next part. Okay, now we're going to take our 3 envelopes and we're going to glue them together. We're actually going to glue this part right here. So we're going to glue these shut. I know it seems kind of strange, right? That we're gluing the envelope shut, but you'll see in a moment why. Now, if you joined me on our Thursday live stream, I did this and I told you I would just do a straight tutorial for all of you. So that's what I'm doing as promised. And once you find out how to do these, you're going to be making a ton of these. I mean, you could put gift cards in this. You can resize it so many different ways. It's just incredible. Okay, so now I'm going to bring my trimmer back and we're going to just trim off just a little bit. Just a sliver of the envelope. I know I just closed the envelope and now I'm trimming off some of it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Just a tiny sliver. Just take that top portion off. Oh, and my trimmer is like, didn't cut all the way through, but that's okay. Things that happen to crafters, right? Okay, let's do this one. Just a little sliver. Did it do it again? Yep. I need to break out my other one then. Yeah, my actual, when you see something, when it does that, you need to change out your blade. That's what I need. So note to self, change blade. Ah, you see that? Look. And that's okay. I could always cut that off because I'm not throwing this envelope away. So change out the blade. There we go. All right. Just these little mishaps when you're recording. Okay, so now that we got our envelopes, let's make sure that these are lined up okay. Oh, someone suggested that you can take matching paper and you can like line your envelopes with paper, with the matching paper. So if I wanted to, I could cut this down to size it in there. I might have enough for 3. Probably don't have enough for 3 envelopes. And then you can actually put, maybe I do have enough for 3 envelopes. Let's see. You could actually, well, you'll get what I'm saying. You could actually put the decorative paper inside the envelope to make it look real pretty. The only thing is that you want this to be able to pull out to make that accordion effect. So maybe I'll go back and do that, but I really want y'all to see this part. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab this. Now you can use your corner rounder. I like to have this part of the envelope rounded. If you want it to stay square, then that's fine. It's up to you. But how cute is that? This is going to be fun to decorate. Okay, let's put this to the side and let me show you what we're going to do with this. Okay, so you can actually glue these together using a wet glue, but I'm going to use my Crafter's permanent tape on this because I don't have to wait for it to dry because you'll need to pull it apart. So I want you to really see that effect right away. Okay, so you're going to need to glue these together. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to put one line down here. And of course this has lint on it. So one thing about those, they pick up a lot of lint. Okay. Okay, so I ended up having to do that envelope over because that little thing would not come off. Okay, so you want your envelopes to go in like this. All right, you got 1, 2, and 3. This is how you want it to go in, and you want this to fold over. So we have to glue them in order for that to happen. Okay, so on that first one, let's turn it over this way. 1, 2, oh, and let me turn it this way. 3. This needs to go here, right? With a little bit left in between there. And if I wasn't using this pattern paper, you'd really be able to see it. So it needs to go right in there. And I'm just leaving some space. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and right down the middle with the tape and put this on top. And you want to line this up really good. Line that right up. Okay. Looks pretty good. And you want to do another one on this one. And line that up real good and press that in. And so this is where you can add more envelopes in if you want to. Look at that. I'm doing 3. All right. You see that, how it pulls out? Isn't that genius? So now you want to go ahead and you want to line this up. And you want to have this one like this. So this is how it's going to fit inside of there. Just leave a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and on this side, you're going to have one sliver going down the middle. So I can either go here or I can go here. I'm more comfortable doing it this way. And you want to make sure that you don't put it on the fold, right? Because you're going to have to fold your envelope. You don't want to put it on the fold. Just right above it. You can't see it on camera probably, but I can. So I'm just going to lay it down like this and leaving a little bit of room on the side, remember? And get it in the middle as best you can. See, now see that will fold over like that. So now let's go ahead and put another one here. And y'all, make sure when you press it down, you have it lined up here, here, and the gusset is straight on the bottom. That means the bottom part is the gusset. New word alert. Y'all, look at this. Look at that. And so now you can fold that over. You can add things into it. Oh my goodness. You should have heard me when I first did this during the live. I was just so excited. And then our crafty friend Karen Reed said, why don't you cut the envelopes in half? So let me show you what happens when you cut these in half. Okay, you get, let's see. When you cut it in half, you get this, right? You just cut the envelope. After we glued it, cut it right in half like this, right? And this is what you get. So that's half an envelope. And so this is what we ended up making. Look at this. So everyone was wondering if we could put tea bags in all of them, and it may not be able to close if you do that. You see that? It may not be able to close, but I did get 1, 2, 3, 4 tea bags in there, and it was able to close comfortably. And rather than putting the closure on this one, I just used regular some string that I had laying around. So you can do whatever. I punched a hole in this and used the string. But isn't that cute? We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pockets this came out to be. Look how cute. And we just resized. You cut the paper to resize it to whatever the pockets are going to be. Just a little bit larger. And there's the gusset at the bottom. How adorable is that? And then you could take your ephemera and decorate it, right? And this is a Christmas one. Imagine putting little peppermint teas in there. I mean, it's just so cute. The possibilities are just endless. And then what I did was I just punched that hole, put my string in there, and then I just tied it around and tied a bow in the front, basically, for my closure. And I'm sure there's so many different closure ideas. Couldn't find my brads, but you could probably use brads to do a closure there. So many different things. Okay, so let's move on to this again. Let's back to this one. I just wanted you to see that one. Okay, so now you've got this. Now you need to close it somehow, right? So for this one, I just use the little tabs, but don't close it too much. You can also do some other things. Let me find this to show you what someone else did in their video. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can close off your envelope, right? And one of the ways, and I'll have to share his channel with you. I'll put it in the description. Go and visit his channel. It's amazing, okay? And subscribe, please, because you will get so many cute ideas from him. I can't even remember what the name of the channel is. It's the Crafty Cafe. The Craft Cafe, I think. But I'll put the link in the description box below this video. And then there's another one I want to share with you too. She did a great job. So you can take this, right? Add some, like a cereal box, all those cereal boxes and packaging we've been saving. So this is just paper. So all you want to do is add this to give this a better backing. Here's one right here. Okay, so see how loose that is? You want it to be much more sturdy. And then you can actually glue it right onto the front of your envelope, right below where your envelope is going to close, and just slip it under there. And now you've got a closure. Okay, another thing you can do is you can create a belly band, right? And some of you were asking what that is during the live, and I thought that was a good idea. You can make a belly band, right? And so if I was to make one, I would kind of decorate it. You could use one of these to decorate it with. Get something sturdy again. And then you can, I'm just going to show you on this one just to kind of give you an idea, right? Once you measure your band, you're just going to put it there and then glue that, and you can slide it off and on to close it. So that's just another idea. Look how cute that looks. Is that not cute? Or you can do like I did and punch a hole here, add some string, and then you're good to go. So whichever one, hopefully those will be good enough ideas for closures on those. I'm going to take this, and I think I'm going to add a little bit more dimension to it so that it easily slides right under there. Okay, so I'm going to just add some of these, and I want to focus more on that, not that top part, because you want that to be able to slide right under. I'm going to focus more, leave that blank, focus more right here. Okay, and I'm going to add some glue on with this because I don't want it to come off. Okay, I thought this was such a genius idea. I mean, how come I didn't look at videos to learn some of this earlier on? You know, I'm like, wow, it's just incredible the amount of teaching that goes on YouTube. So kudos to everyone that's like a teacher, because it's not easy to be on camera teaching stuff. And hopefully the people that are watching, I know my subscribers really appreciate all the instructions, but I like to, you know, shout out to all the people that are teaching and getting the supplies to teach with. You know, if you have a special YouTuber that you really like, you know, shout out to them and tell them you appreciate what they do. I know they will be happy about that. Okay, so look at that. Now I can just kind of pull that out and slip it right under. How cute is that? Now on the back, I've been trying to use up all my ribbon. This is adhesive ribbon, or adhesive glitter tape, right? And let's see, right about there. I'm just gonna cut it right about there, just to add some sparkle to this. And it fits right in there. Look how cute that is. Okay, let me get this off of here. This kind of stuff is not good on your nails, y'all. If you have a fresh manicure. Okay, I'm going to put it right in between there. Can I see that real good? Okay, let's see. Oh, that'll be good. I'll cut the rest off. How cute is that? It's starting to look real fancy. So I'm going to just put some glue on here. I can't wait to show Bill this. He loves vintage stuff. So I can't wait to show him what that looks like. Look how cute that is. And I found this right here, y'all. I've been going through my stash to find different things. Look at that. I could put like a little label or write something in there to say what it is. And I'm just going to add that on there. You can get really fancy with these. And I'm really hoping that y'all are getting some ideas. And I think I may have put this upside down. Look how quickly that art glitter glue dries. Look at that. Is that not adorable? Oh my goodness. See? Okay. So that is how you make that accordion pocket envelope. And I'm sure y'all are going to come up with so many different variations. I need to know in the comments. Let me know how you would use this. I really, inquiring minds want to know. And I think it'll be helpful for so many other people that are going to do this. Now, let me just show you how you can actually measure this without having to do the scoring and stuff. Let me show you. Okay, so here's the quick and easy way to do this, okay? This is easy too, but this way is even easier. So imagine you have your 3 envelopes already, right? All ready to go. You already cut them out. Okay, so, and then you wanted to, let's see, this is pretty. I think I'll use that side. And then you wanted to go ahead and have your size your envelope to kind of wrap around it, all you'd have to do, this is what I would do, is just kind of take this and just leaving a little bit of space there, wrap it around. See, I would leave a little bit of space there and there, okay, just to get that. So you just have to be very precise with that, right? You see that? Let me just make sure it's lined up. Okay, and now I would just go like this. All right, so you just got to kind of be looking. I don't want it to be too, so you see it's rounded now. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then this part will come down like this. So I wouldn't fold it at the end. I would just kind of round it a little bit. Right, just to have it rounder. All right, and then I would fold this over, leaving a little bit of room at the top. And I'll show you from the side in a moment. There's always another way to do it, right? And just line it up over here, right? And I can go back and cut this down, or I can leave it long if I want to. And you see, look at that. Okay, still rounded. See how that looks? Okay, so now let's open it back up again. And you see you have that space in between there. Easy peasy. Oh, let me make sure that I do this the right way, right? So now I want to go ahead and glue this down. I think I'll do this side first. Let's see. Glue it into the middle here. Leaving a little bit of space here, a little bit of space there. And some on the sides. Just do it, line it up a little bit more. Like that. So you have that rounded edge. It's the rounded edge going up like that. And then this part will come down. Okay. So you got this here. And now let's glue the other part. And if you want to use a wet glue, you can. It'll just take a little bit longer to dry. See, some of you, if you're like me and you don't want to do the gusset part, this is the part right here. You want to just make sure your ends are lined up and just squeeze that down without pressing this all the way down there. Look at that. Same effect. Cut across here. All right, if you want to put it in your, I'm just going to go ahead and do it with my scissor. Y'all know how I do. I cut this piece off. This paper is beautiful. Oh, that lines up perfect, doesn't it? Okay, and now you've got the same kind of thing going on here. Who would be able to tell the difference? Unless someone says, this doesn't have a gusset, but it's okay. How cute is that? I'm really liking this. Let me round my edge here. I won't do this one all the way to the end. I'll decorate it off camera. How cute is that? And now you can do your, I don't know if I have enough paper to do this around there. Nope, I don't. But I could do whatever the closure is. I could do a closure on this too. Do a band around it. Oh, here's some here. Here's some paper here. Let's see if we can get a band going here. I know I'm not measuring, y'all. It's okay. It's okay. That would be cute. That would be cute. Okay. I just had to look and see if it would work. Okay, let me go ahead and do a band for that one. I'm going to take off, maybe make it about an inch. It's easier for me to do it this way. And I'm using the opposite paper because I want it to stand out rather than using the same exact paper. Use the opposite paper for this, right? Sorry, I'm making so much noise here. So this will be my closure like this. That. Cut that off around here. No one's really going to see that. I want to make sure it can slide off and on real good on here. And I want it to have a little bit of give because remember, I'm going to be filling this with stuff. So if you want your stuff to be real tight, that's fine. But if it's going to need a little bit of give once you start filling it with stuff. So right about there, I'm going to glue. And nope, let me not use my wet glue. Right about there. That will work, right? Yep. So that's another closure you can do. But I want to make sure that it has enough give on it. I don't want it to be too closed in because I'm going to be filling this. This will make great happy mail. Okay, so let me put something else on here. Let's see. Let me find something so I can put it on here so we can decorate this. Okay, so this is what my band looks like. And I found a keyhole. And I used some of the packaging again to make it real sturdy. And I'm just going to glue it on right there. Yep, right down the middle there. And how perfect is that? Oh, if I can get it on here straight. How adorable is that? Is that not perfect? Oh my goodness. And so you can really go to town with this. I added a rose on here. I put 2 little flat back gems on there. That's what the back looks like. Here's the other one. So, I mean, there's so many different things you can do with this. I mean, you can keep going with these. Just have fun with them. So I hope I gave you enough inspiration for you to get started. Have fun with it. And I will go ahead and post my inspiration from the two channels that I watched. I'll put those in the description and let them know how much you appreciate the tutorials. Like I said, if you have a favorite YouTuber that you like, I might even be your favorite. Who knows? But go ahead and shout out to them and tell them you really appreciate them taking the time to teach you. So I'll see you on the next live or in the next video. Bye.